Hi, I'm back. I needed to tell you that. And I thought it would be appropriate to tell you in a car because I kind of am one of those people that watches those car videos where people sit in the car and they're like, hey, what do you think about that? And I'm like, I don't know what it is about them, but I'm enamored that somebody would sit in their car and talk to me or record themselves and talk to the phone in their car, which ironically is a little bit uncomfortable, to tell you the least. I keep waiting for people to drive by. I am in town. I had to go run some errands and I figured I would stop. I am at the boat dock. Most of you would also know that as AKA the FedEx drop spot, because sometimes the FedEx guy can't find our houses. It's always somebody new. You can't blame them. And it's like 8 o'clock at night and they're still trying to figure out where you live. And if they don't drop it off at the neighbor up the hill, then they're trying to find you and they just end up driving down the hill, coming to the boat dock, and they call you and they say, hey, I can't figure out where you're at. And you're just like, hey, I'll meet you there. And you drive down and pick it up. Either that or they drive up in an old beat up Subaru. I can see now why people look out into the distance like they're looking at something. Kind of weird, isn't it? But it's like my eyes are drawing over here. I'm also sitting where the bay is right there. Everybody comes out here to go fishing. Apparently, it's really good fishing. But I wanted to let you know I am back. I'm not only back, but it's going to be way different. And I keep telling people on the Facebook page, it's going to be way different. And here's how it's going to be different. You're still going to see the same homesteading and bees and chickens. We still have chickens. New roosters, though. We have new roosters. It's going to be gardening and canning. We're going to add permaculture to the whole mix because I got massively into permaculture. I made a list right here, so I'm going to be reading off of the list so I don't forget anything because it's so much stuff. See, I did it again. It's going to be so much stuff. I want you to pick and choose what you want to listen to. I will make sure that it's labeled at the top, what kind of topic it is. And and I'll put it in a folder. So if you only want to watch the chicken stuff, you can just only watch the chicken stuff. We got a new rooster. I've got to show you that video. I did take a video of him and you're going to laugh when you hear his name because he is the epitome of his name. Okay, shh, don't tell nobody. I named him Snowflake. Mr. Snowflake. And when you hear the story, you will know why I named him Mr. Snowflake. So chickens, obviously we have to keep up with the chickens and we still talk to them. I know, crazy. It's okay. I am okay. But we're also talking about brewing. We've made a hard apple cider and mead, and we made car going by. Yes, local here. I'm cray cray. It's okay. I don't talk like that out in public, so if they watch, yes, there is a side to me you do not know. It's okay. So we did hard apple cider, and we've done mead, and right now I've got limoncello that I did a video on, and we're going to be doing a video on the final preparation of that. We've got 3 more weeks for that until we can start even seeing what it tastes like. But I'll be talking about sewing and knitting and weaving and I should see if my mother will let me take you to show you what her loom is like. She's a huge weaver. That would be amazing if she would let us do that. But I'll also be giving you a sneak peek into spinning because I'm a spinner. And the Cricut. I got this new fancy dancy Cricut machine and it cuts fabric and paper and metal and leather. I mean, it's endless. And plastic, it's just endless. So I'm going to be doing trials and errors and what works for me, which may not work for you. It's okay. We'll also be doing basically crafty stuff. And then we're going to get into guns. I just built a Glock 17 named Quasimodo. It fits, trust me, the name fits. And concealed carry for women. Come on, ladies. Your purse is the last place you want to carry, but although if that's the only place you're willing to carry, I'm not going to say anything. but conceal carry clothing. And I had to redo my whole entire wardrobe because, quite frankly, Chico's clothing is not going to cut it when you want to conceal carry. Although I guess it could, but I had a really hard time with some Ralph Lauren stuff that I had. I totally got rid of my closet and trying to conceal carry while still looking cute. It's quite difficult. And we're also going to get into some more different things. Here's where we're going to veer way different, is the guns and the conceal carry, but then about community. I disappeared for over 2 years for a specific reason. We're going to talk about bullying, which was one of the reasons I disappeared. We're going to talk about how and why and what you can do to stop it and other aspects of that. And we're going to talk about community and relationships and basically bringing it all around and talking about marriage. A lot of people don't understand my husband and I's relationship. It's more along the lines of the Proverbs 31 and Ephesians 5, and people don't understand that, so they like to bash it. But for us, we love it. And other people look at us and they're like, how do you have that kind of relationship? What do you do? Or they want it. Well, there's guidelines. There's things that we don't do and things that we do, and we respect each other. So very briefly, it's not a lot, but very briefly, people ask. So I figured if somebody asks me something, I'm just going to bring it here occasionally and talk about it. We'll talk about life and how differences are good. Being different should be celebrated. We'll talk about God, because I cannot not talk about God. And we'll talk about having fun. You'll see me going places with you, and you'll see me having fun. Literally, just having fun. And if you're thinking about moving, we'll talk about why you should move or shouldn't move and what to expect, because the East Coast is totally different from the West Coast. Every single person and every place you live is totally different from the place you're going to or came from. But most of all, I just want you to have fun, and I want to encourage you. And I want to be there when you're having a really bad day. You can turn me on and you can laugh at something stupid that I do, because we all know I do really stupid things. But for now, I want you to look out at this beautiful bay, and the wind is whipping really good because a storm is coming in. So you guys have an absolutely wonderful day, and we'll talk to you later. We're back.